Hi Flosstube, I'm Jen, and welcome to Stitchy Shenanigans, Flosstube number 2. This is going to be somewhat a quick video because end of last week I got pretty sick, and I've been recuperating all this week, and you'll see me drink some coffee because I don't want to cough on you. So bear with me. I do have some things to show, and first and foremost, sip of coffee. Now, one of my most favorite shows in the history of ever, of course, Mandalorian. But the style in which this is drawn, do you know what it is? The best comic strip in the history of ever. Okay, my favorite, Calvin and Hobbes. I love that strip. It was amazing. I was so sad it went out of print, and I have every single book. I love it. So let's start off with a huge thank you to everybody who subscribed, liked, commented, and engaged on my very first Flosstube. I truly appreciate it. This community is, and I'll say it over and over again, the best. And surprisingly, a few people locally-ish within Arizona. So hello. And a huge thank you to Stacy, my dear friend Stacy, the 911 Stitcher here on Flosstube, for shouting me out. Thank you. That's amazing. And the last time I looked, I was close to about 200 subscribers, which blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's dive in. So I don't have any stitching FFOs, but sitting on the couch, recuperating, was scrolling Instagram, I don't know, YouTubes and things, and I found people making over these travel stitching cases. So I got this one. Now it's small, it's very small, but I decided to try it. This is kind of an FFO, and this is, I kept it very simple. So this is a corner gauge that I got. Yes. And I took out the bottom bits and did my best to wrap them in fabric. And since this was a teal or blue aqua case, I kept the fabric kind of, you know, within the same color scheme and stuff. And yes, this is a needle case. So I got the idea to glue down magnets. I ripped out the bottom piece of the case and then glued down some magnets. And then I have my little needle case. Now this is from Sweet Autumn Stitch on Etsy. And it's like a little mini Altoid tin. And I got my needles in there. If you can, yeah, kind of like that. And then I have these two really long, I'm not exactly sure what they're called, but they got like, they're kind of rough on one end and a needle on the other, and it helps straighten out your stitches. So this was fun. It was a mess. It was a mess. Felt like I was in kindergarten again, trying to glue. This will serve very well for home. I actually did order a larger one. Now, the Colorado Stitcher has a video where she had Tanya from the Scarlet House showing how she makes over these jewelry cases. So I'm going to follow her recommendations and how she did it, but this one will be a little bit bigger. I mean, I don't need to pack nearly as much for just being at home, whereas I really would like one if I go to meetups and I go out and visit or what have you. Now, the ones that Tanya from Scarlet House uses, they're not available anymore. They didn't have these little hook thingies, which, I mean, these are okay to have here and they would probably come in handy. I don't know how I'm going to set this one up yet. So yeah, that's on the plan list, is to make one of those over. I don't have any finished objects. Like I said, I was sick. I was battling illness. Really didn't feel up to doing a whole lot. Whips. I do have progress on the one project for my mom, which it has this little lighthouse, which is right now tucked in the corner. The last time I saw you guys, it was right about there with the T for tea, T-E-A. I did put in some more letters for the E, and I'm really hoping these match up. I do need to get some work on this done. Yeah. So I got some stitches on that, and I really do have to pay attention quite a bit. And I just did not have the brain capacity for that for this one. And I don't want to mess up, because this little part at the top here, now I had gone across the top of the T, I had done the little border, and then I had picked up and started up here at the top. I'm like, okay, now I need to make sure that it matches, and it did. So I'm very happy about that. And then there's this little swoop down here that'll come past the E to the A. Yeah, it's very, it is a simple chart, but I like to be able to pay attention to it. So there's that one. So then Laura of Stitching by the Shore, 2 videos ago, announced that she's going to do a trading card swap. Now, these are also called artist trading cards, artist trading card swap. But obviously for our purposes, it's going to be cross stitch. Now the cards are 2.5 by 3.5, about the size of a baseball card. And she goes into all the details on her Flosstube, so check that out. So I said, that sounds like so much fun. So I went scrolling, as you do when you're recuperating, and I decided to start one. Now her theme for this one is going to be autumn. And here is my little start. Let's get him to focus. There he goes. He is so stinking cute. I had found this way back in the archives of my digital stash. This was from Herrschnerrs, I believe 2018. Yeah, so it's been a while. I did try to look it up. I looked up on their website and I could not find this pattern. So it's going to be a little turkey sweater. I have some embellishments on the way to make the little card. So basically what you do is you get a card, 2.5 by 3.5, not too thick, because obviously you're going to be adding stitching and other embellishments and things. And I guess they do fit in the baseball card sleeves that you can get in binders. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I have this one, and I'm thinking about doing another one, which we have time. Laura had said that as long as you mail your cards to her by October 1st, and then she'll be doing the rest of the process. So I hope you join, because it sounds like a lot of fun. I do have more materials coming for a second one, and if I do find maybe another chart, maybe I'll do a third one. I don't know, but it's so much fun. They are pretty tiny. I do need help with the magnification, but yes, a lot of fun. I do have one more start. Now this is Yarny related, because not really having the mindset to really dive into any of my bigger charts, I started another blanket. It's Arizona. It's summer. It's, 110, 115 degrees-ish. Why not start another blanket? This one, I have been wanting to do a Tunisian crochet blanket for a long time. I've done one before. I did a baby blanket, and Tunisian crochet is a 2-row process. So typical crochet, you go down your row, you turn, you go back, you turn, you go back, or around, or whatever the pattern calls for. Tunisian crochet is you're going forward with your stitches and then you're going backwards. So you work stitches on your hook and then work stitches off your hook. And you will see the fabric does tend to roll just because you're only going in one direction for the stitches. But I had the idea, I wanted to make a blanket for my husband and I, one each of our favorite colors. His favorite color is green, mine's yellow. And Red Heart has ombre yarn. So I'm gonna do my best to show this to you without taking out my stitches. So this is now, it's going to be in long columns going vertical. And this is the start. I had started with this darker one, and as I try to show you the best I can, you can see the colors start to lighten up, and yeah, and there we go. So that's the top of that one. And then the yellow one doesn't have as much variegation, so it's, or a longer variegation, so it's taken a little bit longer. And this is a join as you go. So I finished this first strip. I joined my yellow one. Yes, I have tails. And then you crochet and join as you go. So I'm working my way up. I started the third vertical, going that way, and that's where I'm at. I love this fabric. It's dense, it's thick. Now this yellow yarn is slightly thinner than the green, but it's all worsted weight. And it's such a wonderful, thick, dense fabric. And yes, we do get cold here in Arizona in the winter. We have been known to get down to the 30s. So yeah, it does get cold here. And my husband's little man cave. So our house has an RV garage, and we have a roll-up door to the backyard because I love to sit outside in the garage, have my coffee, throw the toys for the puppies, and that backside, more towards our backyard, is my husband's man cave. And he sits out there, watches TV, does all that. And in the winter it gets chilly, and we're in the foothills of some of the mountains. So we have a lot of desert around us, and it does get chilly out there. So yeah, that's the first one for him. I did start a temperature blanket for him for his birth year. And what I'll do is I'll show that next time because I really don't have a whole lot done on that. Again, I had started it, I was excited, then I got sick and just didn't have the brain space for it because it's actually going to, in his favorite colors, the background is going to be black. And then it's a graph. So there's like a midline, high temp, low temp, and it's just a lot of paying attention. There's some counting. I mean, after the first row, it's not so much counting, but for the degrees to get the graph to go up and down, I'll show it next time. So let's see, what else? Okay, goodies or haul. So goodies. Excuse me, sorry. I was on a Zoom meetup, and the ladies were talking about Victoria Clayton silks. I've never tried them. They were talking about them, about how for silks they're economical. affordable. So I said, I want to try them. Thank you, Stacy, you enabler, you. So I got just a little tester pack. I actually have a project for these in mind. I got basic black and red between the lines. These are solid ones. She does have variegated, but these are just solids. So I'm gonna give them a try, but they are on these bobbins. Haven't decided what I'm gonna do with these. Probably put them on flush drops so they're easier to use, but we'll see. Let's see. So I got those, and I can't remember, and I do apologize if I showed this before. As I had mentioned, my penchant for nautical theme, Country Cottage Needleworks, the Beach Boardwalk. Oh, I can't wait to start this one. I did get the ice cream shop. Now I did order the subscription through Fat Quarter Shop, so that way just the patterns come. Now the fabric for this is so pretty, and I couldn't find it anywhere, so I did Mr. Google, and I did find the fabric at Salty Yarns on the East Coast, which I do have, and I'm very excited to get started. But I do have the, what was the next one? I think it was the Surf Shop. The Surf Shop is on its way. I'm not starting these anytime in the next few days because I really want to get my mom's project done. And then I was watching Pam and Steph Just Keep Stitching, and they were talking about, and Steph has been talking about the Any Town, Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. And I said, oh man, I wish I had gotten that one. Well, maybe when it comes out, in 2024. Well, guess what I got? Apparently I ordered it. So I got the Heart and Hand Any Town, Tiny Town. Now I know some Flosstubers are talking about changing some of the houses and personalizing and things. I haven't gotten that far. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I would love to be able to maybe customize this for the town I grew up in, tiny little town in New Jersey, the very, very northwest corner of New Jersey. It's so tiny it doesn't have a street light, but it has a bar on the main street. Yeah. So I got Any Town, Tiny Town. It's so cute. It is so cute. And then one last bit of goodies is Carolyn Manning Designs. I am so drawn to these geometrical, thank you, patterns, and their full coverage, and they seem fairly simple enough. So I was perusing 1, 2, 3 Stitch, and I found her High Tide. And this is part of her quilt block collection, Carolyn Manning Designs. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. Let's see. Yep. And of course I'm drawn to the blues and tans, and of course it's called High Tide. So then for that I had gotten, because it's full coverage, 28 count Lugana and the floss. Now I tend to I tend to make kits. Yeah, that's a better way of saying it. So if I see a chart or something I really, really want to stitch and I know I'm going to stitch it, I tend to get the chart, fabric, and thread. I have quite a few kits. And maybe once I'm not fighting a cough, I will do maybe like a little kit parade, show you guys what I have. I think so. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun because bringing this stuff out, looking at it, seeing it again, just reignites the interest in doing it and starting it. So that would be fun. So I got that. Also, I have discovered Easy Guide ball tip needles. Have you seen these? Easy Guide ball tip needles. I'm using these, and especially on my little turkey, especially on him. These are so helpful. My stitches are a bit neater, and I'm not splitting threads or threads of the fabric nearly as much. So I really like these. I'm gonna get a few more just to be able to have some. Okay, one more sip. Feel a cough. Okay. So, last but not least, as I had mentioned in my first Flosstube, I have quite the stash of digital charts. I am going to share a few more with you here today. Now the first one, well, this is quite a few, because they are called The Stitch Patterns on Etsy, and they do miniature charts. Mostly some that will fit, if you do it on like 14 count, they'll fit in 2x3. And I had discovered these, and I absolutely love them. I had gone on a couple trips, and on a plane, these are so easy to take along. So here are the ones that I have. Okay, focus. There we go. Sorry, we just got a delivery. My dogs are barking. Okay, I'm back. We got a delivery, and the puppy was protecting the house. So, as I was saying, the stitch patterns on Etsy. These top 3 were a set. So cute. And then they have sales every once in a while, which are, I mean, phenomenal. You can't beat the price of these charts. This one, the Starry Night Coffee, that's one of my favorites. I'm going to do that one first. Now this one over here, the little sunset, that one's actually bigger than the normal ones, but it's so much fun. And these are all the ones I have. And I'm thinking about like this little Christmas tree, doing different colors for the background, and then doing Christmas cards. We'll see. So those are all my stitch pattern charts. Next, so as I had explained in number 1, Flosstube number 1, I'm from New Jersey, born and raised. My husband, born and raised in New York. We actually met out here in Arizona. Spruce Craft Co. on Etsy has these adorable little state charts. So I got New York, New Jersey, and Arizona. I'm gonna do one of each, and then frame them in like a 3-part frame. I don't know how I can, I'm not good at charting or picking colors or doing all that. I mean, I know what colors we like. I know what, I don't want to do these charts in these colors. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet. And yeah, there's the name of the shop, Spruce Craft Co. on Etsy. Those are fun. Next up, this is one of my favorites. I mean, aren't they all our favorites? The shop, again, on Etsy, It's called Cross Stitch Traveler. And it's this black cat with a little frazzled looking. Who isn't anymore? I'm fine, it's fine, everything's fine. I love that. I actually have a pen, a beaded pen that I had made that has a cat that looks similar with the same type of saying. I love it. And those flowers, it's so cute. So there is Cross Stitch Traveler on Etsy. I believe I have the fabric and thread for this one too. Probably stashed away. And then the last one I will show today, more nautical theme. These are smalls. Emily Call, C-A-L-L, on Etsy. The top one is called Long May She Wave. And it is so cute. It's just a few little houses with a flag. Kind of like, I don't know, would you even call this a mini sampler? I don't think so. But I love that. And then Primrose Cottages on Etsy. Out to Sea. Just a real simple little lighthouse. Anchors. I believe that's supposed to be like the ship's wheel. What I would love to find, I love like the Compass Rose nautical compass. I would love to find a chart that's a nautical compass. Yeah, let's try that again. That's about all I have, at least for this time. Again, I'm fighting this cough back, and I do go back to work tomorrow, which is Monday, and I do have to get ready for the work week. So cooking, you know, adulting. It is preseason football. I do love to have football on while I'm doing all that stuff. See, who said it? Flosstube knows. Flosstube knows. I'm trying so hard. Let's see. That's about it. I do need to figure out how to do one of those intro videos with the music, because it's like I upload the video, I have my thumbnail, and then boom, hi, it's me. So I need to figure out how to do that. I think I have a kid at work who's willing to help me out, which would be nice. And yeah, that's about it. So I hope you are all doing so well, and apologies again for the coughing and the puppy. That's about it. Stay safe. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend, and thank you again for visiting. I hope you come back, and please leave a comment down below so that way, you know, I can engage with you and talk with you, and I thoroughly enjoy that. So thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.